Hi students, welcome to math class. So today we are going to learn about the first topic, that is large numbers. As we already know about numbers that we have learned in the previous grades. As a continuation of that, here we are going to learn in detail about numbers. Lakh varieties. Ishwarappa is a farmer in Chintamani, which is a town in Karnataka. He visits the market regularly to buy seeds for his rice field. So here, to introduce the varieties of lakhs, so they are going to take a small incident which happened in the town Karnataka. Ishwarappa is a farmer in the state of Karnataka. He regularly visits the market to buy seeds for his rice field. During one such visit, he overheard a conversation between Ramanamma and Lakshmamma. And Ramanna said, earlier our country had about 1 lakh varieties of rice. Farmer used to preserve different varieties of seeds and use them to grow rice. So initially in our country we have 1 lakh varieties of rice seeds. But now we only have a handful of varieties. And also farmers have to come to the market to buy seeds. For that, Lakshmamma said, there is a seed bank near my house. So far, they have collected about 100 indigenous varieties of rice seeds from different places. You can also buy seeds from there. So this is a conversation between two people in the market, which was these dialogues were heard by the farmer who visited the market. You may have heard the word lakh before. Do you know how big 1 lakh is? Let us find out. As Ishwarappa shared this incident with his daughter Roxy and son Estu. Estu was surprised to know that there were about 1 lakh varieties of rice in this country. He wondered, 1 lakh? So far, I have only tasted 3 varieties. If we tried a new variety each day, would we even come close to the tasting of all the varieties in a lifetime of 100 years? Guess what you think. So, as what is Estu said, per day if you taste 3 varieties. Okay. So, one day, how many varieties? 3 varieties. But 1 year, how many days? If it is a non-leap year, it will contain 365 days. So, per day if he eats 3 varieties, so 365 into 3. How much? 3 5s are 15. 3 6 are 18 plus 1 19, 3 3s are 9 plus 1 10. So he can cover only 1095 varieties in 1 year. But what they say, the lifetime of a person is 100 years, so multiply it by 100. If I multiply it by 100, simply what we have to do? We have to add zeros at the end. And if I insert commas according to the Indian system of numeration, yes, in a lifetime of 100 years, a person can eat that 1 lakh varieties if he eat 3 varieties per day. But nowadays, the lifetime of a person can't be 100 years in Indian history. But how much is 1 lakh? Observe the pattern and fill in the boxes given below. So first they started with largest 3-digit number. So please remember that largest numbers are always the combinations of 9s, whereas smallest numbers are the combinations of 1s and 0s. So they started with largest 3-digit number, that is 999. Later on they added 1 to that. So 999 plus 1, you will get 1000. But what can I say about this 1000? This 1000 is the smallest 4-digit number, because 4-digit number starts with 1000. So obviously starting number is always smaller, ending number is always greater. So using that logic, I can say that 1000 is the smallest 4-digit number. Now you have to write largest 4-digit number. So where the 4-digit number will end? Obviously at 9999. This is the last 4-digit number. Later on you will get 10,000, which is a 5-digit number, and also it is the smallest 5-digit number. So if I continue the procedure, next we have to take largest 5-digit number, which is the combination of 9s, that is 99,999. If I add 1 to that, we will get a 6-digit number, that is 1 lakh. So this is the history of getting 1 lakh. In the same way, here we have a maze with some missing digits, where they have given the starting number and few numbers in the maze. So let us fill it up the maze using the logic. So what is the first number? 99,995. What is the next number? 99,996. Obviously, what will be the next number? You are right. That is 99,997. Next number 99,998. Next number 99,999. Obviously, the next number should be 1 lakh as we discussed here. So, the next number is 1 lakh. After 1 lakh, you will get 1 lakh 1. Next 1 lakh 2. Next 1 lakh 3. And finally, the ending number of the maze should be 1 lakh 4. So, this is the logic of getting 1 lakh from the largest and smallest digit numbers. So, Roxy and Estu found that if they ate one variety of rice a day, they would come nowhere close to 1 lakh in a lifetime. But Roxy suggests, what if we ate 2 varieties of rice every day? Would we then be able to eat 1 lakh varieties of rice in 100 years? So now what they are doing? Per day, they are eating 2 varieties. So 365 days means 1 year. So 365 into 2. How much? 730 per year. But what is the lifespan here? How many years they have taken? 100 years. So into 100, you will get this number. Right? So, they can cover only 73,000 varieties of rice, not 1 lakh varieties of rice if they take 2 varieties per a day. What if a person ate 3 varieties of rice every day? Already we discussed it at the earlier. Yes, we take 3 varieties per a day. He can reach he can eat that 1 lakh varieties of rice in 100 years of lifetime. Then Estu said, we know how many days are there in a year? Yes, there are 365 if we ignore leap years. And if you live for Y years, then the number of days in our lifetime will be 365 into Y, obviously. So choose a number Y. How close to 1 lakh is the number of days in Y years for the Y of your choice. So choose any number that will be the lifespan of a person in real time world. And multiply it with 365 and check will we cover that 1 lakh varieties of rice or not. So if I assume as instead of 100 years, suppose if I assume presently a person can live 95 years, just it is an assumption which I have assigned to Y. So if I multiply 365 into 95, yes, there is a chance to cover that 1 lakh varieties of rice. Next, figure out. According to the 2011 census means the count of population in a particular country or in a particular city. The population of the town of Chintamani was about 75,000. Then how much less than 1 lakh is 75,000. So if you observe here there is a keyword called less than. If I apply this concept to mathematics, instead of less than, here you have to do subtraction. What they are asking here, how much 75,000 is closer to 1 lakh or how much less than 1 lakh is 75,000. So to get the answer, what we have to do, simply we have to subtract that 75,000 from 1 lakh where there is a keyword less than which shows the subtraction. So if I subtract, you will get answer as 25,000. So 25,000 is less than 1 lakh to 75,000. Next, the estimated population of Chintamani in the year 2024, that is last year, is 1,06,000. How much more than 1 lakh is 1,06,000? Actually, the population was increased to 1,06,000, but now they are asking how much more than 1 lakh is 1,06,000. Same concept. What I have to do? Again, I have to subtract 1 lakh from 1,06,000 so as to find how much more it is. So, if I do the subtraction of 1,06,000 and 1 lakh, there is a difference of or there is a rise of 6,000 in the population of that particular state in Karnataka. Next, third question, by how much did the population of Chintamani increases from 2011 to 2024? Initially, what is the population in 2011? 75,000. Up to previous year, what is the population? 1,06,000. So, the difference between these two populations is the answer to the third question. So, let us do the difference of 1,06,000 minus 75,000. So, do the subtraction, conclude your answer for third bit. So, the answer is 0, 0, 0, 6 minus 5, 1, 10 minus 7, 3. So, the answer is 31,000 of population is the raise in that particular town, Chintamani, which is a state in Karnataka. Next, getting a feel of large numbers. You may have come across interesting facts like these. What are they? The world's tallest statue is the Statue of Unity in Gujarat depicting Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. And the statue height is about 180 meters. So recently, the Prime Minister Modi inaugurated it in Gujarat, which we are calling it as Statue of Unity, and also it is the tallest statue in the world. Next, Kunchikal waterfall in Karnataka is said to drop from a height about 450 meters. Please remember all these heights. Statue of Unity, 180 meters, and the waterfall height, 450 meters. It is not always easy to get a sense of how big these measurements are, but we can get a better sense of their sizes when we compare them with something familiar. As let us see an example. Look at the picture on the right. So, here is the picture, where this is the building, this is the Statue of Unity, and this is the waterfall, what we discussed. Okay, so we are talking about this now. Look at the picture on the right. Somu is 1 meter tall. If each floor is about 4 times his height, what is the approximate height of the building? Is the first question. What they said? Somu is 1 meter tall. Each floor is about 4 times his height. Means 4 into 1. So, what is the height of building? Obviously, 4 meters. Why? Because they mentioned here 4 times of his height, and his height is 1 meter. So, 4 into 1, 4 meters is the height of the building. And there is a Statue of Liberty which is about 180 meters, and the waterfall height is about 450 meters. See the question, the Statue of Unity, which is taller. We have to compare their heights and we have to answer the question. The Statue of Unity or the building, how much taller? Just now we calculated height of the building as 4 meters according to Sonu's height. What is the Statue of Unity height as we discussed? Yes, it is of 180 meters and the building is 4 meters height. So how much taller? How I will get? Yes, obviously the difference. 180 minus 4, that is 76 meters difference, and obviously Statue of Unity is the taller one if I compare building as well as the statue. Next, we can see that the height of the Statue of Unity is close to 4 times the height of Somu's building. How much taller is the Kunchikal waterfall than Somu's building? What is the Kunchikal's waterfall height according to this? Yes, 450. Okay, and they are comparing it with Somu's building. What is Somu's building height? 4. Why? Because here they are asking how much taller, how many times taller, like that. Okay, so how much taller means 450 is the height of Kunchikal fall and 4 is the height of Somu's building. So automatically which is taller? So 450 minus 4, it approximately 446 meters taller than the waterfall, than the building. Next, how many floors should Somu's building have to be as high as the waterfall? As waterfall is of 450 and Somu's building height is 4. If I divide, how much you will get? 1, 4 ones are 4, 4 ones are 4. Approximately 113 meters high it should be to reach the waterfall. If is 1 lakh a very large number? Ishwarappa asked Roxy and Estu, is a lakh big or small? We can't decide. That depends on the context where we are using the word lakh. Then Roxy feels that 1 lakh is a larger number. We had 1 lakh varieties of rice. That is a lot. Yes, in that construct where we are counting the number of varieties of rice grains, yes, 1 lakh is a big number. Living 1 lakh days would mean living for 274 years. Even that is also really a long period of time. If 1 lakh people stood shoulder to shoulder in a line, they could stretch as far as 38 kilometers. So in all these contexts, yes, lakh is a large number. S2, however, think it is not that big. And he has given his own examples. Do you know that cricket stadium in Ahmedabad has a seating capacity of more than 1 lakh? Yes, in that context, it may look 1 lakh is very small number. Why? Because he is comparing the occupancy of the stadium. 1 lakh people in such a small area. In the same way, most humans have 80,000 to 1,20,000 hairs on their heads. Imagine 1 lakh hairs fit in such tiny space. In that construct, 1 lakh is very small. I heard that there are some species of fish where female fish can lay almost 1 lakh eggs at once very comfortably. Some even lay tens of lakhs of eggs at a time. So in these cases, it look like lakh is very small number. So how do you view a lakh? Is a lakh or big or small? Yes, that depends on the context or the situation where we are using the word lakh. Now reading and writing numbers. We have already been using commas for 5-digit numbers, which we have learned already in grade 5 as well as in grade 6. For example, if I have a 5-digit number 45830, if I want to write the number in Indian system of numeration, so you have to place the comma after 3 places, that is ones, tens, hundreds. So after that, we will place a comma for every 2 place values. As numbers grow bigger, using commas helps in reading the numbers easily. And we use commas in between the digits, representing the 10,000s place and the 1 lakh place, as you have seen just before how we inserted commas in 1 lakh. So ones, tens, hundreds, then a comma, thousands, 10,000s, insert a comma, then lakhs. Next, lakhs and 10 lakhs as a period, and then crores, 10 crores, and then we will go with Arabs in Indian system of numeration. The number name of this particular number according to Indian system of numeration is 12,78,830. So how it became easy? As we inserted commas according to the Indian system of numeration, now it become easy to read and to write numbers. Similarly, the number, if I have this number, it can also be written in words as 15,75,000. So that is the use of inserting commas to read and write numbers. Now, with that knowledge, write each of the numbers given below in words. So, already they inserted commas, just you have to write the number names. Actually, this is like first or second class bits, where at that time we have learned writing the number names, or at least in 3rd and 4th grades. So, with that knowledge, so try to write the number names of the given. So, what is the first one? If I go with the system of numeration, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, and this is lakh. So what is the number name? Yes, we can write this as 3,06,000. Simple. Using the same, write the next number name. 5 lakh. We are not supposed to use plural forms writing the number names. The lakhs, thousands is not allowed. So you have to write simply 5 lakh 4,085. That's it. Next, third number, 27 lakh 30,000. And finally, 70 lakh 53,138. So, this is the way of writing number names of given numbers inserting commas and using Indian system of numeration. Next, write the corresponding numbers in the Indian place value system for each of the following. Now reverse. Number names are given. We have to write numbers. So see the first bit. 1,23,456. Simple. Next, 4,07,704. Simple. Next, 50 lakh 5,050. And finally, 10 lakh 235. So this is a way of writing numbers from the given number names. In the land of tens, there are special calculators with special buttons. So just imagine a land of tens where we have some buttons to calculate the special calculators. The thoughtful thousands only has plus 1000 button. How many times should it be pressed to show? For example, 3000, as we are dealing with thoughtful thousands and there are only 1000 number buttons. So what is my number here? 3000. So how many times I have to press the 1000 button? 3 times. So that's why the answer to this question is 3 times. Why? Because we are in the land of thousands. Thoughtful thousands. Okay. Next, what is the next number? 10,000. How many times I have to press? If I have only 1000 buttons, obviously 10 times. Next, 53,000. So obviously how many times I have to press 1000 button? 53 times. Simple questions. 90,000. How many times I have to press? 90 times. Whereas 1 lakh. How many thousands make 1 lakh? How will you find? Yes, simply divide that 1 lakh by 1000. Why? Because we are in the land of thoughtful thousand, where 3 zeros get cancelled. So how many times I have to press 1000 button to make 1 lakh? 100 times makes 1 lakh, or 100 thousands make 1 lakh. So you have to press 1000 button by 100 times. Suppose if I press 153 times the 1000 buttons, what is the value? Simple. I have to just add zeros at the end. So how many zeros are there in 1003? So it will represent 1,53,000 if I press 1000 button by 153 times. Next, how many thousands are required to make 1 lakh? Just now we answered this question. So 100 thousands make 1 lakh, and this is the way of solving that bit. So questioning is different, but approach is same. Next, the TDS tens. Now we are in the land of TDS tens. Previously thoughtful thousands. Now we are at TDS tens, which has only plus 10 buttons. Then how many times should it be pressed to show 500? So simple. 500 divided by 10. 0 get cancelled. So I have to press 50 times the 10 number button to get 500. Next, 780. Just zeros get cancelled. 78 times. As 10 has 1 0, just that 1 0 get cancelled. In the remaining cases, we will get all the answers. So for 1000, I have to press 100 times. For 3700, I have to press 370 times. Whereas for 10,000, I have to press 1000 times. Whereas for 1 lakh, same procedure. 1 lakh divided by 10. Only 1 0 get cancelled. So you have to press 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, that is 10,000 times to get 1 lakh. So 10,000 tens make 1 lakh, whereas 100 thousands make 1 lakh. Suppose if I press the button by 435 times, what number I will get? So 435 into 10, which gives you 4,350. So where we are in the land of TDS tens. The handy hundreds. So first we start with thoughtful thousands and we completed TDS tens. Now we are in handy hundreds, where it has only 100 number buttons. Then how many times it should be pressed to show 400? So we have only 100 buttons. To get 400, I have to press 4 times. Same here, as 100 has 2 zeros, so 2 zeros get cancelled. So to get 3700, I have to press 37 times. To get 10,000, I have to press 100 times. 53,000. So if I write it in number form, so this is the number form, divided by 100 as we are in handy hundreds. So 2 times. So I have to press 530 times. Whereas for 90,000, 2 zeros get cancelled 900 times. Why I am cancelling only 2 zeros? As we are in the land of handy hundreds and 100 has 2 zeros. Next, I have to press 976 times. Whereas for 1 lakh, I have to press 1000 times. And if I press 582 times, we will get 582 followed by 2 zeros. That is, you will get the number as 58,200. So see how enjoyfully we are doing mathematics. So by imagining, first we are in the land of thoughtful thousand, next tedious tens, finally handy hundreds. Now how many hundreds are made to make 10,000? So how I will get the answer? Simple. 10,000 divided by, they are asking how many hundred. So 2 zeros get cancelled. So 100 hundreds make 10,000. Simple. Next, how many hundreds are required to make 1 lakh? Even this question also we answered already. Simply divide 1 lakh by 100 where 2 zeros get cancelled. So 1000 hundreds make 1 lakh. But these points all are important. Next, handy hundred says there are some numbers which tedious tens and thoughtful thousands can't show, but I can. Is this statement true? Think and explain. Of course. So it is true with respect to thoughtful thousands, whereas it is false with respect to tedious tens. Why? Because few numbers we can't show using tedious tens and thoughtful thousands. So in two contexts, you have to write the answers. Next, creative chitty is a different kind of calculator. Chitty, Robo 2.0. Just kidding. It has the following buttons: 1, 10, 100, thousands, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh. It always multiple ways of doing things. How so? You may ask. To get the number 321, it presses 1032 times. Once, one button once, will it get 321? Let's see. So it presses 32 times 10 number button plus 1 once. So 32 into 10, 320. 320 plus 1, yes, we will get 321. Alternatively, it can press 100 button 2 times, 100 button 2 times, and 10 button 12 times, and 1 button 1 time. So will we get? Let us check. 100 into 2, 200. 12 into 10, 120. 1. So 200 plus 120, 320. Yes, we are getting 321. So that is the speciality of the different kind of calculator, which we are calling it as creative chitty. Now, the two of the many different ways to get 5072 is shown below. Now find a different way to get 5072 and write an expression for the same. Where the first expression here already they used 50 into 100, 7 into 10, 2 into 1, which gives you 5072. And alternatively, they pressed 1000 button 3 times, 100 button 20 times, 1 number button 72 times, they are getting 5072. So, two possible ways are given already. So, observing this, they are asking us to write different ways to write the same number and also write expression for that operation of buttons. So, I can write 5072 as 5 into 1000. Why? Because creative chitty has starting from 1 till 1 lakh, 10 lakhs, it has buttons. So, 5 is in thousands place plus 7 into 10 plus 2 into 1. So, these are the buttons which chitty have and these are the clicks what I am making. So, this is one of the way to express 5072 using the buttons of special kind of calculator.